Welcome to SSWK 1010 Field Placement Preparation. You're listening to the voice of Adam Stibbards. I'm your instructor and the program coordinator. You can always get in touch with me by emailing adam.stibbards, STIBBARDS, @georgiancollege.ca. I'm really excited to get going in this course with you. You may be feeling a little bit concerned about being in an online course, but let me reassure you that as long as you keep up weekly with the work, you will do just fine. This course really is about, as the name implies, getting you ready to go out on your full field placements in third and fourth semester. And so there isn't a lot of heavy reading, but there are really important pieces of information for you to gain and tasks that you must complete in order to be successful going forward into your placements. So let me show you a little bit about how to get around our site. As you can see on the left-hand side, there are many links to different sections of the site. You are currently on the announcements page when you arrive in the course, and you can always click there again to see announcements. I will always send announcements that also send you an email, or when I post an announcement they will send you an email, and it's really crucial that you check your email daily, especially when you're in an online course, but in general that you are checking your email daily in order to receive important information. As you will see here, there is another link called Course Information. We'll go back there in a second. Some information about me under Faculty Information. You want to check that out. And then the Weekly Learning tab, which is where you will go the most often. There's an Assignments tab where you will find explanations of all the different assignments. So that's really crucial as well. My Grades, where you can see your grades as the course progresses. And then another important link, Journals. There are several small journal entries along the way as part of how you get marked in this course. There are always links embedded in the weekly modules as well, but you can always get to all the journal links just by clicking on this link right here. So let's click on Course Information. You will see that here you can get the course syllabus, an outline, and an addendum that explains college evacuation procedures. The syllabus is probably the most important part. It gives you weekly information, also outlines the course, gives you my contact information, and lets you know what you're going to need to do in order to be successful in the course. So here it is. I'll just blow it up a little bit so you can see it a little bit better. There's my contact info and office hours. Always best to email me if you really need to see me for sure to book an appointment time, because if I see that my office hours are not filled up, I may book another meeting or something like that. As you can see here, a course description for our course, and then the list there are what we call learning outcomes or learning objectives. Those are all the things that you are expected to be able to do by the time we reach the end of the course. So it's really important that you review those, and you will see as we progress through the course that all of what you are asked to do in terms of assignments, tests, activities are related and emerge from these learning objectives. There is no textbook for this course, however, there are several required readings as you go along and progress through the course. There are also lots of links on our Blackboard shell for you to link to websites where there is important information that you are required to read and review. You can see there are 2 tests, all multiple choice questions. They will be timed on our Blackboard shell. And it's really important that you don't open the tests before you are prepared to finish them. You can only open them once, and after you do that, you must complete the test. So you can't go in, review the test, then go back out. It's open it up, finish it, and save it and close it. There are the list of all the assignments and what they are worth in terms of the course, final course grade. As I said before, on the Assignments tab, you can see explanations for each of the assignments, and it'll be very important that you review those before we meet next week in our class. Really important information here around program standards. This is the part a lot of students skip, but is vital to your success to understand these. First of all, any missed test or assignment not handed in on time receives a 0 unless there is an agreement made with the professor before the due date, and I emphasize before the due date, and you will usually need to have written documentation for why the extension is needed or the test was missed. Plagiarism is a very important thing for you to understand. It is your responsibility as a student to understand what plagiarism is and how to avoid it. It is a serious academic misconduct and will go on your record as a student if you commit plagiarism, and leads to progressively more severe consequences if it happens more than once. You will see here that you can get lots of assistance through the library and also by contacting your student advisor, who can link you to all sorts of other services. Our Aurelia Social Service Work student advisor is Nicole Lindros. You can see her contact information there in the syllabus. She's excellent. Don't hesitate to be in touch with her if you're wondering how to get connected with a service that you need. You also certainly can always contact me as your program coordinator if you've got questions about the program, especially on the academic side. I am your academic advisor for the program. Here is the weekly schedule. You will see that on the left-hand side in week 2, and then as we progress through the course, there are several other weeks where there is an indication that we are meeting in the classroom. Because our meeting time is on Tuesday, we do not have a meeting our first week because that is the day that orientation is occurring. We will meet in week 2, that's September 13th at 10 a.m. in classroom C205. It's very, very important that you review the syllabus, the assignment guides, and all other information as over this next week, so that when you arrive in the class next week and I go through a basic overview of this course and the intro field placement course, you have your questions ready to go. So familiarize yourself with the course, the syllabus, the assignment guides, and how to get around the Blackboard shell so that you can bring questions with you when we meet next week. So that's the syllabus in brief. Let's go over to weekly learning just to have a quick look at how that functions. You can see that all of the weeks are listed. All of the content is there when you click on the appropriate link for the particular week that you are looking to find out what you're required to do and the information you're required to review. Let's click on week 1. That's this week that we're in. As you can see, it says here, since orientation is on Tuesday, September 6th, we will be meeting in week 2, 10 to 11, as I said, in room CO5. Get yourself familiarized with all the week 1 materials, the syllabus, the assignment guides, and so on, so that you are ready to ask questions next week. You will see that this welcome video is also posted here in case you wanted to watch it again because it's so amazing. And then each week you will also see learning objectives. There are the learning objectives for week 1. There are some PowerPoint slides this week, although lots of time there won't be. There will be other information listed. You can see that part of what we're looking at this week is scope of practice. There is a link here to look at some resources and so on. Also some videos this week on how to use Blackboard if you're not familiar, and they are very, very helpful and user-friendly videos. I'll just very quickly click on the assignments link because that is another very important thing for you to understand. You will see links for assignment guides, and also how-to videos in terms of posting assignments and so on as we go forward. Many journal entries along the way are required. As I said earlier, links are embedded in the particular weeks when they are due, but if you click on journals on the left side, as I've just done, you will see the whole list of journals. When you want to make a journal entry, you're going to click on the particular link and you are going to create a journal entry, and away you go. So that's about all I am going to talk about in this first video. As I said before, there will be helpful videos along the way in order to help you navigate Blackboard. Possibly the most important thing for you to remember as you progress through the course is if you don't understand something, communicate. Get in touch with me sooner rather than later. And also, it's a very, very good idea for an online course to, once you see what the rest of your schedule is, to book in 3 hours per week to focus on this online course, SSWK 1010 Field Placement Preparation, and also to book off time to work on SWK 1014, the Introductory Field Placement. They are 2 separate courses. However, as you will see as you progress in this course, Field Placement Preparation, the Introductory Field Placement is administered through this course, and you will hand me your completed hour sheet by the end of the term for SSWK 1014, the Introductory Field Placement. That might seem a little confusing right now. There is lots of information on our Blackboard shell about both of the courses, how they run, what you are required to do, and we will talk about it in class when we meet next week too. I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed about this course and others as you get going this week. That's completely normal. As you get the handle on things, you'll start to feel a little bit more relaxed, a little more ready and able to complete all your work. But it is really, really important that you get oriented to this course and others in this week and get a basic understanding of what's required. And then we can talk about it next week when we meet in C205 at 10 a.m. See you then.